Here now, Younghoe Koo to get us started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10.
Here we go, side. Side.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. We're good. Go.
Fields. He'll air it out down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air. And
now, on the return, he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
These are the type of self-inflicted wounds that the coaching staff told us about all week, Mike, and it's been a real point of emphasis. Anyone possessing the ball, whether that's on offense, defense, or in this case, special teams, protect the ball at all costs, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy with this one.
And this will be incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here we go.
Fields now on 2nd down. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's into the end zone. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
On the return, here comes Campbell. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Penix. And he gets that to Hardman. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Play action. It's Penix. A throw on the move is caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And they are not able to draw closer.
I think he was trying to bend that one in, Mike. He wanted to look like you off the old tee box, right to left draw. But instead, he just kind of hung it out there, and he ends up missing it wide right.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Sit high.
They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. That's caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Easy. Right.
Fields now. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Angel. Here we go. Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Here we go, tonight. Good.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. So, 4th down, and the veteran Greg Zuerlein on for the Jets. Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Jets will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, This offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, here's Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. The Jets have the advantage. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal.
Here we go, side. Side.
He'll get this out wide. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal.
Tonight.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will open up a 13-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And Zuerlein comes back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one off. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Penix. That one taken in by London. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Here's a third down and 4. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
For an offense that really hasn't had a lot of things go right up until this point, those are the plays that you just have to make. Those can be a spark for the rest of the game and it's amazing how quickly things can turn. But instead, he overthrows his receiver, and it's all for nothing.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Test. Let's right. Here we go.
First down. Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete,
that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
And here's Bijan. Not much. Second and long coming up. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll get this complete. That's Anthony Schwartz. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's second and 9. Looking to throw. It's Penix. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. A give, and here comes Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. Third and long. From the gun, here is Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Falcons are on the board just before halftime. So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. Hey, never mind. Monday. Right.
Fields to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he
coughs up the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense... right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Here's Penix. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll air one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. Now he takes off. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his teammates love it. But I'll tell you, his coaches, they want to see him protect himself, understand when he had enough to pick up the first down, to get down and live to play another snap.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, set.
Throwing now from the gun. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, New York.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Again, it's Edwards. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
Ready? 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob, Cougar 19.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Another run here for Robinson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On first down, it's Penix. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Here we go. Roll.
They'll run with Robinson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Running straight ahead with Edwards. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Here we go, set. 70 Ranger. Set, go.
He'll drop to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and sets up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jets will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And Zerline comes back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down. Here's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. Big strides. Look at him go. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 52 yards. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. On 2nd down, Penix. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On the give, it's Edwards. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Man in motion is Smith. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for third and goal.
Hot go. 70 Timberwolf. Check out.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up fourth and goal.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
They'll come up here, first and 10. We'll try the right side with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Now Penix to throw on second down. That's caught right side. It's London. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. A gain there of 20. First down, Atlanta. In the run, out of the gun, here comes Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now on second and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Let's go. 19 tight.
On second down, here's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Sauce Gardner.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Jets. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch.